Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Runewords. So we got access to another rune word that we didn't already have access to. I don't know where exactly this one came from because it certainly wasn't on any list that I was aware of. And if I missed it, I apologize. But it is in the patch notes, and we are going to go over it. It is called Obsession. Obsession is a staff. And it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 socket rune word. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. And as far as I know, for 6 socket rune words, it's got to be the big one, the big war staff, which I would assume also means it probably needs to be the elite version of the war staff. And as we go over this, I guess we'll figure out what's going on with this rune word. So right off the bat, of course, it's indestructible because it is, of course, a Zod rune. We also have a 24% chance to cast level 10 Weaken when struck, which kind of signifies that they're trying to help out a character who might be a little bit weaker, like a sorceress. We have +4 to all skills, which I kind of wish they had done +5 to really incentivize using this, because I know I can already see what they're trying to do with this, which is they're trying to make this into an item that would be something you use over a sword and shield, over an Oculus and a spirit shield, etc. So they're trying to posture this as a +5 item, and it needs to be a +5 item. So I might have to put in some feedback on that, because the whole point of using, for instance, a Oculus and a spirit is you have 3 on your Oculus and 2 on your spirit, or your Hoto is 3 on your Hoto and 2 on your spirit, so you got 5 total. And unless they put 5 on this, it's going to push people away from it. We also have 65% faster cast rate, which is great, because if you're running 2 spirits that are 35% each, obviously you have 60, 70%. So at the very least, this is competing with 2 spirits. We have 60% faster hit recovery, which again, spirits tend to have a massive amount of hit recovery on them. So 60% faster recovery is great. We also have knockback on this. I mean, it's indestructible and it has knockback, and I guess they want you to bonk things, which is pretty funny. We have +10 to vitality, +10 to energy, which is definitely nice to have, because we got a little bit of bonus to both life and mana. And then we also have an increase to your maximum life of 15 to 25%, and an increase to your regeneration of mana by 15 to 30%. So we've got a really nice amount of life and mana regeneration here, life and increase and mana regeneration. We also have all resistances 60 to 70, which is pretty massive, and does posture it above a spirit shield and a Oculus, but not above a spirit shield and a Hoto. It's going to be interesting combat there. I'm not really sure if they're specifically trying to put this above those, but it's close. We also have 75% extra gold for monsters and 30% better chance of magic items. So a very interesting rune word all around, and I would definitely like to play around with this. So what I'm going to go do really quickly is I'm going to create it, and I'm going to actually put it in the description down in the comment, the down below, so you guys can download it. So I will be right back. I'll get this created, and we'll load up a game, and we'll play with the item. All right, so I finally got the rune word created. For you guys, it was a second, but for me, it was probably about 10 or 20 minutes. And here we go. We have our Obsession rune word: Zod, Ist, Lem, Lum, Io, and Nef, in an ethereal base, mind you, which is funny. I just went ahead and did that because it does have a Zod in it. Why not? I've also made several versions of this particular staff. So we have the +3 lightning mastery, +3 lightning, +1 energy shield. I also did +3 to Hydra, +3 fireball, +1 energy shield, and then I did +3 frozen orb, +1 energy shield, +3 glacial spike. I didn't make these perfect, obviously, because if you find a perfect one, you get whatever. I just kind of threw what I thought could be useful, but not necessarily perfect. So don't judge me too harshly on that. So right now, I just kind of have just a bare bones basic sorceress here, and we're going to give her the appropriate strength and dex numbers so she can actually utilize her equipment. And that's pretty much got it. So she does have 96 skill points, so you can put them in whatever you want. So, for instance, you could build a lightning sorceress if you wanted to. Like, for instance, I'll go ahead and put in my points into lightning. And then, you know what, we'll build chain lightning for the synergy, and we'll grab charge bolt. And so basically we'll be running, you know, a pretty nice hefty amount of lightning damage, right? And I mean, it's really not a lot that we can do as far as testing is concerned, I suppose. You know, we have this staff. I mean, the staff is, for all intents and purposes, very similar to using a spirit sword and a spirit shield, right? But you also could be using an Oculus and a spirit shield, or you could be using a Hoto and a spirit shield. And the question is, does this stack up? Well, if you were to build this in a staff that has the appropriate plus to skills, it would actually. I'm thinking right off the top of my head that not only are we getting the +4 off the staff, but we're also getting the +3 lightning mastery and the +3 lightning. So we're rocking a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 to lightning and 7 to lightning mastery. And we also got a free energy shield out of the bargain, which is pretty darn sweet. So so we've got 30,000 damage on our lightning. Let's go murder Shank real quick with this 30,000 damage. Why not? Sirs, how dare you challenge the obsession of this sorceress, okay? Don't challenge the obsession.
I need mana. Not enough mana.
I don't have any mana. I don't have any mana potions. I don't know. Give me the potion. Stop. No. Die. Oh, and there's the weaken. That's right. Charge bolt out the wing wang. Charge bolt out the wing wang. Okay, now that weaken is pretty darn epic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually sort of digging this whole like ranged attackers are spawning weaken on themselves, which is making them do a lot less damage to me. That is really, really cool. At level 10, Weaken, with the new system, where Weaken is going to gain 1% extra reduction in the monster's damage per level, is what they said. So if we go take a look at Weaken right now, I'm pretty sure Weaken is 33%, but I just want to do a quick double check. And yeah, so it's 33%. So we're looking at level 10, so 10 plus 33%. So we're going to be looking at instead 43% negative to all physical damage that any monster is dealing to us with this procs on. That's actually really cool for a sorceress, and has a really powerful effect here. So all in all, what do we have here? We have an item that is specifically geared to the purpose of getting sorceresses to use a staff. Really, that's what it is. So you do have to sacrifice your shield, so you're not going to be able to block anymore. But in sacrificing your shield, what are you getting? Well, you're getting the ability to really min-max out one of your skills. So if you can find a 6-socket staff with the appropriate plus to skills, so it's got to have your specific plus to skills, like +3 lightning mastery or +3 lightning, or if you're say you're a frozen orb sorceress and you're looking for one that has frozen orb. I actually made one for frozen orb in here. So this one has +3 frozen orb and +3 glacial spike, and I avoided cold mastery because cold mastery is not really like as sought after as something like lightning mastery, so you could play around with that. I made several different versions. I didn't have enough room in the stash to add all the charms that I wanted to add. Unfortunately, the old stash is not quite as big as the new stash, but I did add fire skill charms in here and lightning skill charms, as well as an Annihilus and hellfire torches, so you guys can play around with this staff and test it to your heart's content. Is this staff going to be better than a spirit and a Hoto? That really is the question. I feel like it has the potential to be. I mean, the 70 to all resistances really does challenge a Spirit and Hoto. The Spirit and Hoto do have +5 to skills, whereas this only has +4. And as I noted before, if they could beef this up to +5, that would solidify it as a real option. Also, if you have a perfect spirits, 2 perfect spirits, that's 35% and 35%, which is of course 70%, which is 5% higher than this particular rune word. So obsession is a little bit lower as far as the cast rate is concerned, and Hoto I believe is a little bit higher. Isn't Hoto 40%? If I want to say it's 40 right off the top of my memory, but I never trust my memory, so I always end up double checking myself. And Hoto is 40%. So if you're running a perfect spirit with a Hoto, you should have approximately 35, 40, 50, 60, 75, so 75%, which is not bad. And I don't know. I think they kind of hit on the money with this. They had a specific purpose. The specific purpose was to get sorceresses to use a staff. They built a very powerful rune word in a staff, and they specifically made it so that you could actually build a specific skill, because obviously putting a rune word in a staff means you can get the plus to skills, much the same way that we do with leaf and memory. You can have an extremely high bonus to those skills, and then they really put some effort into making it compete with Hoto and Spirit, which was a very good idea. The magic find and the extra gold for monsters is a nice touch, and the increased maximum life and the regeneration is also a very nice touch as well. All in all, I think it's a really nice rune word, and I'd like to hear what you guys think. It's not like something that I can just specifically say, oh, well, this is definitely going to be something that people are going to be using. I'd like to hear what you guys and gals have to say out there about this particular rune word, and download it in the comments. Download it in the description. I have it down there in the description for you guys. Download it, play around with it, tell me what you think. And as always, thank you for watching, and keep watching.